doing advanced Jungian analysis on Erishkigal and the story of Erishkigal, with looking at Mestra being the dreamer. When you look at the characters inside this, the Erishkigal as the animus being the reflection of the more boisterous, bully, and very dominant personalities compared to Mestra, his daughter. Um, Having these things, he's not the positive sides necessarily. He's showing the very negative sides of Mestra and all of the negative things that go through it. Then there's Demeter, who plays the cosmic man again because of the overall influence she has. She initiates all of this because of Demeter. Mestra goes through her struggles and trials with her father and then with her circumstances in life. I think Dryopa that is a reflection of self, and maybe just because she hasn't been able to warn her father or see it, but it is a reflection of herself in that aspect of wanting to help somebody you care about, but not wanting, like, not being able to do it. I think that's where Dryopa reflects Mestra. And famine again is the shadow. Just it brought fear and it brought death, as well as bringing so much pain into Mestra's life, specifically when you look at everything she went through because of the famine that was inflicted on Erishkigal because of his actions. When you look at the story from Mestra's view and you're looking at the different sections of it, one of the different parts or stages of it would be her father going into the forest and looking at chopping down a tree and getting that plague would all be one section, because that's when we're able to, after meeting Mestra just briefly, then we actually see the initiation of Dryopa and her interactions with Erishkigal. The next one would be Erishkigal losing his wealth, causing his daughter hardship, and that she had nothing she could do to help her father because of what he had done. And through all this, she just stays loving and consistent in his life despite everything he does. After this, the next one would be when she is sold into slavery and returns several times, showing that this big shadow that's over her because of it, and the influence that it has on her life, that she shows that she is diligent and loving and caring for her father despite everything that he did. And then in conclusion, when Erishkigal consumes himself, she is, we don't know, I'm assuming set free from at least feeling the need to stay by his side and be loving and caring as the daughter. So when you look at the entire story from the symbolic perspective, you have Mestra introduced as the caring daughter, and then her, you see her reflection of self, dealing with her father, saying that she to not chop down the tree because of the negative impact it could have, and that it's bad and it's sacred. After this, that we see Demeter coming in and as the cosmic god and influencing the whole world, changing everything of Mestra's life through this one action and setting her on this path that she has. Her father then proceeds to spend all of their wealth, so she goes from being wealthy and having to not worry about things to becoming very poor. After this, she then is put into slavery and then runs away and repeats itself several times. And in this, that you can see that she's shadowed by the famine constantly because of this, because of her actions. So it's bringing the fear and her being in slavery and being in having to do all this work, and then the want to be with her father because she loves him. So she runs back and repeats herself, and just this repetitive cycle that we can all be in when we really care for somebody, but it's not necessarily healthy, and we just keep recycling and cycling in this. And then finally ending with Erishkigal, when he consumes himself, she's set free, and a loss of better words, but she's now moved on to a place where she can deal with, like, she's left without the fear because now the famine is gone, and she's at a place where she's learned through her suffering and survival how who she is as a person and everything.